Damien Moore opens up as the single back.
Moore, first down.
Then a handoff to Moore. He breaks free for touchdown.
Moore gets the first down, up the sideline, and in for the Cal touchdown.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Dizzy, welcoming you back to another episode of Dizzy's Discussions. With me today is one of the best players I've ever played with. He's a Hall of Famer at our alma mater, Bishop Amat. He is currently at Fresno State playing running back. He is the great Damien Moore. D. Moore, man, thanks for being with us
good
today.
looking, man. Appreciate you.
Yes,
Appreciate
sir,
you.
of course,
Thank you for having me.
Now, it was big news when you decided you're going to take your talents to Fresno State. Why was this the best fit for you?
Man, I just seen what they did last year and how they produced running backs in the previous years and things of that nature. And it was very big for me to go to somewhere where they run the ball and things like that, where I could, show my talent. So that's ultimately what made me make my decision to go to Fresno.
For sure. Now, I want to back up all the way back, go all throughout your career. I remember when we were young, you was at the Covina Vikings, and it was like you were on the team older than us, but every time we went to go play them, all we heard about was Damien Moore, number 28. We get to Amat. I'm a freshman, you're a sophomore.
Yeah.
All we're hearing about is watch this kid Damien Moore, watch what he does on varsity. You end up doing well. You get the name sophomore sensation.
Oh, man.
My point is, you've had attention, you have eyes on you since you were young. What's it been like growing up, having so many people praise you and around you saying how good you are?
Man, I think it's just a product of, my environment and being, with my family. And, we've been a football family since my dad. So, you know what I'm saying? Watching, old videos of him and hearing stories about him and my brother and what he's done at Ahmad. It was just, I already knew eyes were going to be on me since I was young. So it never really bothered me. If anything, it kind of helped me. So, it's been a blessing.
For sure. Now, there was lots of build-up going into that junior year. As I said, you did well your sophomore year. So, obviously, everyone's waiting again to see you ball out your junior year. Yeah. You go down with a bad knee injury that first game against Modern Day. What did that do to you mentally, and how did you feel realizing that you're going to be out for that whole season?
It was hard. It was hard because, all my life we was thinking about, okay, we want to go to college. We want to play D1.
Right.
And, junior year, that's really the year where you're supposed to make some noise and where the offers start coming in and things like that. So when I heard the news that I was going to be out for the year, I was in panic mode.
Yeah.
Not only that, it was hard for me because that was the first injury I've ever had, a big injury.
Yeah. So,
I, sad and, depressed and things like that because I couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
Football is that's where I have fun and kind of just, be myself. So, when the game was taken away from me, that was definitely hard. But we was able to come out of that and, be successful. But, yeah.
For sure. Now, leading to that success was you had a hell of an offseason, hell of a rehab.
Yeah.
I remember we was in spring ball, and you was full go. You was making cuts. You was making people miss, all that, making our defense look silly. And I just remember thinking, this is the D Moore we've been waiting on.
Yeah.
College coaches come and see you practice. You start getting offers, things of that nature, and you commit to Cal before your season begins.
Right.
Why did you commit to Cal so early?
Man, so after my junior year got hurt, and so I didn't hear from no schools at all, right? And so it was just me putting my head down, getting to work, things like that.
Yeah.
And Cal was the first school to offer me after my injury.
Yeah.
So they they offered me based off my sophomore year film.
Yeah.
And when I seen that and I went to go visit and everything like that, it was just felt like home. It was just it was a different feeling. They just believed in me, you know what I'm saying, more than any other school did at that time. So that's kind of where that came from.
For sure. Now, on that commitment, that's where kind of the nickname Hometown Hero starts coming about. So you're the hometown hero, you committed, you have all these offers. Again, all eyes are on you. Yeah. Going into that senior year, did you feel like there was a pressure on you to ball out?
Oh, for sure. Basically, I hadn't played football for over a year
Yeah.
at that point. So, you know, I knew I needed to make some shake.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
sure.
I definitely need to make some shake because this was it. It wasn't like I had another year to come and, you know, that was it. So definitely a little bit of pressure on me, but I embraced it and it worked in my favor.
Yeah, you definitely lived up to the name. I got the numbers right here. You had over 1,200 rushing yards, 17 touchdowns, Mission League MVP, first team All-CIF Southern section. And if I'm not mistaken, it was really only in like 9 games because you got hurt a couple games that senior year. From there, you go to Cal, and you, again, having early success at Cal. What did that do for your confidence, knowing that you having all this success and you just came off of that knee injury?
Yeah, I mean, definitely making that transition to high school to college, it was a big transition, and definitely something that I needed to, you know, work on, and definitely I had a mindset of like being careful and things like that. So, you know, after I started having some early success, I was like, oh man, like I could really play at this level. Like I could really, you know, do something with this.
For sure.
But yeah, you always have like, you know, doubts of, especially when it's a new transition like that. You always hear the stories about how colleges, you know, they're bigger, faster, stronger. Everybody's talented, which it is. But, you know, after that early success, I was like, okay, yeah, I could play with it.
For sure, for sure. Fast forward to November 2022. You thank Cal for everything. You know, tell them thank you for the opportunity, but you say you're going to decide to enter the portal. What ultimately led to this decision?
Man, just a better opportunity football wise. You know, I was very thankful and grateful for what Cal had did for me up until that point. But it was just something that me and my family talked about, and we knew that, you know, this is the decision that we needed to make to you know, chase my dreams, which is ultimately to make the NFL. So yeah, we felt like we had to make that move.
For sure, for sure. Now, in high school, we saw setback with the injury, come back your senior year, and you balled out. Now, maybe setback with things not going your way at Cal, and now we're awaiting the comeback this season. Tell all the fans out there of Damien Moore and of Fresno State what they could expect from you in the 2023 season.
And we looking at a big year, you know what I'm saying? Nothing less. Like I said, I've been proving myself, you know, throughout, you know, adversity and, you know, my whole career. So this is just a, you know, another one of those. And I plan to come out on top again. So
that's awesome, man. Last question for you before we move on. At the end of every post is hashtag running for pops, hashtag running for granny. I remember in high school, you get your wrist tape, you come to me with a Sharpie, write pops on your tape. Tell me about some of the things your grandparents taught you and how running for them, talk about what that's done for you, not only as a player, but as a man.
Yeah, both of them have just been very big in my life. I always said they were my number one fans. So any practices, games, like they were there. You know what I mean? They, you know, pull their little lawn chair out, set it out, and they be sitting right there ever since I was a little kid all the way up until, you know, high school. So, you know, just then for them being there for me throughout my whole life has just been very big for me. And you know, when they, you know, moved on, I had to make it a mindset to like still play for them. They're still watching. They still, you know, got front row seats up there watching down. So, you know, that's just kind of what I just took on. So
for sure. Now, there's no doubt that you're for sure making them proud, and we all know that you're going to continue to make them proud. I appreciate you answering these questions for me. We're going to now transition into another segment where D Moore will answer more questions so that we can get to know him a little bit better.
What is your favorite movie? That's a tough one. I think my favorite movie would have to be probably Rush Hour, like all 3 of them. I mean, we just sit there and watch that all day, you know what I mean? Me and my family, so probably go Rush Hour. What is your favorite meal? All right, I've been waiting for this question right here. So my favorite meal, all right, is my mom's macaroni and cheese, fried chicken, or barbecue chicken. Those are interchangeable. And cornbread. That'd probably be my favorite meal. Jordan or LeBron? Everybody know this. I'm a LeBron fan. You know, he the greatest of all time. You know, he just broke the scoring record. What else does he need to do? You know, that's kind of my little thought process on it. I can go in depth. I can talk about that all day, but I'm just gonna keep it right there. Who is currently the best female R&B artist? There's only one answer to this. LMA. You know, Donnie would tell you he used to hear me singing "Boot Up" on the bus. Where was we going? We was going to on the retreat, yeah, and it just came out. And I was singing it on the bus. He was looking at me like I was crazy, but yeah, I'm going LMA on that one. What makes football so enjoyable for you? Really, it's just all the excitement, you know, playing the game. Like it's cool, you know, practicing and things like that is hard, but you know, all the hard work leading up into the game and actually playing in front of fans and all that stuff is just no other feeling like it. So I think that's what makes it enjoyable for me. Who is the best player you've ever faced? Yeah, I think in college the best player I've ever faced was Kayvon Thibodeau. He played DN for the Giants now. That's probably the best player I played against in college. And then high school, probably Bryce Young. Bryce Young was one of the coldest quarterbacks I've ever seen. So yeah, I think those two players are probably the best players I ever played. Who is your all-time favorite running back? So I got two. I go, like, growing up, watching Adrian Peterson. That was my favorite running back growing up. You know, he was the best, you know, during his time. And then as I got older, watching Le'Veon Bell, you know, I try to emulate some of his stuff into my game. So, yeah, I would say those two are my favorite. What is your go-to favorite pregame song? Really anything Draco the Ruler. I listen to Draco the Ruler for pretty much every game. I listen to a lot of other artists, but if I had to pick one song or one artist, I'd go probably Draco the Ruler. What is your favorite football memory? Ooh, probably when we played St. John Bosco my sophomore year, and I had scored a touchdown. It was fourth and 2 on the in the red zone. I think we down 2 touchdowns, fourth quarter. I get the ball, I come around the outside, reach for the pylon, I scored a touchdown, got us into a one possession game. And St. John Bosco was, I think, like the number 2 or 3 team in the country at that time. So yeah, I think that's probably my favorite moment. If you could play with any current NFL quarterback, who would it be? I think it'd be pretty cool to watch, you know, Aaron Rodgers. I sit back, pass block for him, and just watch him do his thing. So that's probably my favorite quarterback. So I think to play with him would be pretty cool.
Now, to finish off the show, we're doing something that we both love to do, and that's compete. We got a nice gentleman's game of Jenga. You know how to play?
Yeah, I know how to play.
All right, we good. We're going to play Jenga. Of course, everyone knows the rules. First one to knock it over, that's the loser. And after 3 lonely years, the championship belt is back, making its appearance. And the winner, of course, gets to hold this beautiful thing right here.
I'm going to go ahead and take that home with me, man.
I mean, if we're being real, if I remember correctly, I mean, 3 years is a long time, but I am undefeated when it comes to competing on Dizzy's discussion. So
I hear you.
I don't plan on losing the crown now.
No, yeah,
all right?
it sounds good. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Sounds
So since you're the guest, be my guest and go ahead and make the first move.
Sounds good to me. A little still. Oh, yep. See how that came out real smooth like that? See, that came out real smooth. Your move.
Mm-hmm. As soon as I touched it, it was like God's finger.
Yeah, got you. I just seen a lot of movement right there. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Hey, bro, as long as it don't tip over, then
Right.
the game ain't over.
I hear you. Come on, you said third level. Come on now.
That ain't the third.
Come on, man. No, it might be gang. Oh, it's gang.
You want to come out for me?
Oh, no, come on. Come on, he made the rules, not me.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, okay.
4,
Each
5.
one is a level. Okay, I thought we was skipping. It's good.
Man.
It's good.
Don't know the count.
I got you. Yep, gang. What? That's gang. That's gang. That's gang. Let it happen. Let it happen. That's gang. You can't put it back. That's against the rules, I think.
Yeah. Come on.
No way.
Come on.
That's good.
Oh, that's weak.
Hold on. Well, how's that way you did it? Hold on. I gotta get the good angle. Yep.
Come on, man.
Yep, go ahead. Here.
Sir.
That's respectable. I can respect it. I want to see how good it's on.
You got it. There you go.
Yeah, I know. And I'm left hand shorty too.
What?
It's all tilted.
What am I supposed to pick?
I wonder why some of them you could push and some of them you can't.
Yeah, I don't know. Any Jenga experts out there? Be sure to leave it in the comments.
Oh, yeah. Game over. Just go ahead. Just knock it all down, bro. Just knock it all down, bro. Might as well. Just slide that thing over to me.
You know
what it is.
I ain't no sore loser, man. Congratulations. You were the first one to defeat me on my show.
What camera I'm looking at, bro? This one?
Go ahead, look at that one right there. Oh, man, that was awesome.
Oh, man.
You messing up, bro.
Messing up. There we go, right there with it. Yeah.
That was awesome, man. Well, in all seriousness, man, thank you. Thank you for being with us today. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to come and sit down and have this eventful episode of Dizzy's Discussion, man. Good luck to you this season. You know I'll be watching. I'm sure everybody else out there will be watching. We can't wait to see what you do out there on the field.
Yeah, man. Appreciate that, bro. Appreciate you.
Of course. For everyone still watching, thank you so much. We appreciate you. Make sure you like, you comment, you subscribe, and share. And stay tuned. I have another video coming for you real soon.